Friends, let's talk about one of the greatest secrets to achieving success and that can elevate you far beyond what you alone could ever accomplish. I'm speaking of the mastermind principle. What exactly is the mastermind? It's not simply teamwork, nor is it merely cooperation. The mastermind is something far more powerful. It's the harmonious blending of two or more minds working together toward a unified purpose. Imagine harnessing multiple energies, minds aligned in a single direction, amplifying each other's strengths and compensating for each other's weaknesses. The resulting force isn't just additive, it's exponential. Let me illustrate this with a simple yet profound example. Consider the light bulb. Alone, a single bulb illuminates only a small room. But imagine aligning many bulbs together in harmony. Suddenly, you can light up an entire city. The same principle applies to human minds. Alone, your mind is powerful, no doubt. But when combined and synchronized with others, your potential to create, innovate, and succeed multiplies dramatically. Throughout history, every significant achievement has leveraged the principle of the mastermind. Henry Ford didn't build his automotive empire alone. He surrounded himself with brilliant minds, each contributing their unique expertise toward a common vision. Andrew Carnegie understood this principle deeply, building his steel empire by harnessing collective intelligence and harmony among his advisors and colleagues. This is the secret behind the successes of great inventors, industrialists, and statesmen. They knew intuitively or consciously that the sum of coordinated, harmonious effort is infinitely greater than individual contributions alone. Now, some might think that the mastermind requires exceptional intelligence, superior resources, or extraordinary circumstances. But let me assure you, this power is within everyone's reach. It doesn't discriminate by age, wealth, or background. What it demands is clarity of purpose, harmony in thought and action, and a willingness to collaborate genuinely and openly. Yet, how often do we see individuals struggling in isolation, guarding their ideas jealously, fearful of losing credit or control? They overlook a crucial truth. To gain more, we must share more. True strength lies not in withholding, but in openly pooling our knowledge, energy, and resources with like-minded individuals. The greatest obstacle to success is not the lack of resources, opportunities, or even luck. It's the inability or refusal to tap into the power of collective thought. When you understand the mastermind principle, you transcend personal limitations, harness the wisdom of others, and become unstoppable. Think about this for a moment. How different would your life look if you regularly sought the wisdom and support of others toward your clearly defined goals? How much faster would you reach your objectives if you combined your energy with others equally committed to the same purpose? Let this sink in deeply. Let it ignite a desire in you to seek and cultivate a mastermind alliance. As we journey forward, I'll show you precisely how to harness and apply this incredible principle in your everyday life. So, stay with me. Your road to unprecedented success has just begun. Now that you understand the immense power hidden within the mastermind principle, let's dive deeper into how you can practically form and cultivate your own alliance of minds. Success, my friends, doesn't happen by accident. It's orchestrated through deliberate cooperation, clear objectives, and harmonious unity. Every great mastermind begins with clarity of purpose. You must first identify precisely what you desire. This clarity acts like a magnet, drawing to you those who resonate with your vision. Vague desires yield vague results, but specific, well-defined goals inspire powerful, purposeful alliances. Consider again the remarkable story of Henry Ford. He had a crystal-clear vision to produce affordable, reliable automobiles for every family in America. With this focused goal, he attracted brilliant engineers, skilled managers, and savvy marketers. Each member of his mastermind alliance complemented the others, working together harmoniously to achieve what was once thought impossible. Ford's clarity provided the magnetic force necessary to unite these diverse talents. Now ask yourself, have you clearly defined your goal? Can you articulate it precisely and confidently? Without a firm destination, you cannot attract others to your cause. The mastermind is built on shared vision, so invest time and thought into crystallizing your purpose. Next comes the critical step of selecting your mastermind partners wisely. Remember, it's not about gathering the largest possible group, but assembling the right individuals. Seek people who complement your strengths, fill your weaknesses, and most importantly, share your core values and ambitions. Surround yourself with people whose presence energizes and motivates you, who challenge and inspire you to reach higher. But be cautious. Harmony is key. The power of a mastermind multiplies through unity, and nothing sabotages collective potential faster than discord and disharmony. Look for like-minded individuals who have mastered their egos, who can subordinate personal pride for collective success. Andrew Carnegie, the legendary steel magnate, meticulously selected men who were not only skilled but who also possessed cooperative attitudes and harmonious spirits. He knew even one discordant personality could disrupt the entire alliance, diluting its power and effectiveness. Another crucial factor is mutual trust and openness. An effective mastermind is built upon transparency and honesty. Each member must feel safe, sharing ideas, knowing that their contributions will be respected and valued. Trust forms the foundation for collective creativity, an essential ingredient for innovative solutions and breakthrough achievements. Now, some of you might wonder, but where do I find these ideal mastermind partners? The answer lies all around you in your communities, workplaces, and even your social circles. Be observant and intentional. Look for individuals who express enthusiasm for personal growth, success, and collaborative efforts. Seek people who naturally inspire and uplift others, whose positive energy is contagious. You might find your mastermind partners in unexpected places. A simple conversation at an event, a casual meeting at a cafe, or even online forums dedicated to your passion could lead you to people perfectly suited to your vision. The key is remaining open, curious, and ready to forge meaningful connections. My friends, the moment you begin consciously and deliberately building your mastermind, you'll discover opportunities expanding rapidly before you. Your life will enter a new dimension, one where previously insurmountable obstacles melt away through collective intelligence, support, and encouragement. So, start today. Clarify your vision, carefully select your allies, and watch the universe conspire to support your aspirations. Friends, you've defined your purpose clearly and identified potential allies for your mastermind alliance. Now let's move into the crucial step that turns a simple gathering of people into a powerful, unstoppable force harmony. Consider a symphony orchestra. Each musician plays a different instrument, has distinct skills and unique talents. Alone, their music is pleasant, even beautiful. But combined and harmonized under the skilled direction of a conductor, their music transcends mere beauty. It becomes transformative, inspiring, extraordinary. Such is the power of harmony within a mastermind group. When minds join harmoniously, something miraculous occurs. Ideas begin to flow effortlessly, creativity multiplies, and seemingly impossible problems dissolve under the sheer power of collective insight. Harmony is not merely about getting along, it's about achieving resonance in purpose, vision, and action. You might ask, how can I achieve harmony among diverse individuals? Here is the secret. Harmony arises from clear communication, mutual respect, and shared values. It thrives when ego and pride step aside, replaced by a genuine willingness to collaborate. Each member must commit to subordinating personal ambition to collective success. True harmony means that your individual victories are everyone's victories, and everyone's success becomes your own. Imagine yourself in a meeting with your mastermind group. You're gathered around a table, each person sharing their thoughts openly, respectfully, and eagerly. Each member listens attentively, sincerely trying to understand rather than merely respond. In this environment, ideas blend together seamlessly, evolving and transforming into insights greater than any one individual could conceive alone. When minds align this deeply, a higher consciousness emerges. I've witnessed time and again that when a mastermind is truly harmonized, solutions to complex problems appear almost spontaneously. Why? Because harmony allows the subconscious minds of the group members to resonate at a frequency of intuition and insight, tapping into sources of knowledge far beyond their ordinary capabilities. However, achieving such profound harmony requires intentionality. Set clear rules for respectful communication within your alliance. Foster openness by ensuring every member has a voice and feels genuinely valued. Encourage active listening, not just polite silence, but truly absorbing the contributions of each participant. Harmony blossoms in an environment where every member feels both heard and understood. Moreover, foster regular interactions and consistent collaboration. Just as musicians improve with practice, so too does your mastermind alliance grow stronger, more synchronized, and effective with regular meetings and engagement. Consistency builds trust, familiarity, and deeper bonds, fueling the power of harmonious thought. Harmony, however, doesn't mean avoiding disagreements or challenging conversations. On the contrary, healthy constructive debate often sparks breakthrough innovations. The key lies in how these disagreements are handled. Encourage your group to approach disagreements not as battles to be won, but as opportunities for growth and deeper understanding. When disputes arise, remind each other of your shared goal. Redirect your collective energy towards solutions rather than conflicts. By framing differences constructively, you not only preserve harmony but enhance it. Friends, the Mastermind Alliance rooted in harmony is an unstoppable force. It becomes a source of boundless inspiration, wisdom, and strength. With it, you transcend personal limitations and access the collective genius of all involved. Start today to nurture harmony within your Mastermind Alliance. Create an environment of respect, open communication, and genuine collaboration. And watch as your shared vision becomes your shared reality, more powerful and more magnificent than you ever imagined possible. My friends, let's now dive deeper into the extraordinary aspect of the mastermind principle, the connection it creates with infinite intelligence. Yes, you heard me correctly, infinite intelligence. You see, when multiple minds unite harmoniously toward a definite goal, they tap into something greater than the sum of their individual parts. They connect with a boundless reservoir of knowledge, wisdom, and insight, something transcendent, a force far beyond our ordinary comprehension. Some may call it intuition, others inspiration, or even divine insight. Regardless of the name you prefer, this infinite intelligence is real, accessible, and immensely powerful. And the mastermind is the most effective method ever discovered for tapping into this endless resource. Allow me to explain. Have you ever been engaged in deep, focused collaboration when suddenly, from seemingly nowhere, a brilliant idea struck an insight so clear and powerful it seemed almost magical? Perhaps you were brainstorming solutions to a problem, discussing strategies, or seeking breakthroughs when, in perfect harmony with others, inspiration arrived. This, my friends, is infinite intelligence in action. Consider Thomas Edison, a man who achieved seemingly impossible breakthroughs by surrounding himself with skilled, focused minds. Edison didn't merely rely on personal genius, leveraged the collective genius of a mastermind alliance, opening doors to limitless possibilities. Edison himself confessed that many of his greatest inventions were not the product of solo effort but emerged from collaborative sessions marked by harmony and clarity of purpose. Infinite intelligence becomes available when you and your allies synchronize thoughts in pursuit of a clearly defined goal. You effectively create an antenna through which wisdom from outside your normal perception flows directly into your awareness. Ideas emerge, fully formed and startlingly clear, precisely when you need them most. But there's an important catch. This flow of infinite intelligence requires complete openness and receptive minds. Doubt, fear, and skepticism act like static interference, blocking your connection to the source of infinite wisdom. Thus, the collective mind must be cultivated with faith, confidence, and trust in the principle itself. Ask yourself honestly, have you ever sabotaged your mastermind's potential by allowing doubt or negativity into the conversation? Has skepticism ever prevented you from embracing unconventional solutions or novel ideas that arose spontaneously? Recognize that maintaining a positive, open-minded, and faithful attitude is vital to harnessing infinite intelligence effectively. To truly benefit from infinite intelligence, your mastermind group must maintain a shared belief in your collective potential. Faith amplifies harmony, creating a clear channel through which wisdom flows freely. When your group aligns with absolute certainty and confidence in your shared purpose, you'll witness seemingly miraculous results. This isn't merely motivational rhetoric. History is filled with remarkable examples. Take, for instance, the Wright brothers, whose belief in flight was ridiculed by many. Yet, their unwavering collective faith and harmony allowed them to tap into insights and solutions that ultimately changed human history forever. They accessed infinite intelligence through their mastermind alliance, and it carried them far beyond conventional thinking. So, begin nurturing faith within your mastermind. Cultivate an atmosphere of optimism and possibility. Foster absolute certainty in your collective potential. Replace skepticism with curiosity, doubt with enthusiasm, and fear with courage. Do this consistently, and you'll soon find yourself effortlessly tapping into infinite intelligence. Challenges that once seemed impossible will transform into clear opportunities. Problems that appeared insurmountable will yield to innovative solutions, effortlessly presented by the collective wisdom of your harmonious alliance. My friends, infinite intelligence is available to everyone willing to tap into it through the power of the mastermind. Let this incredible resource become your greatest ally in the quest for personal and collective success. Embrace this principle wholeheartedly, and you will discover unlimited potential waiting patiently within your grasp. Now, my friends, we must confront a critical challenge that can undermine even the most powerful mastermind alliance, our own ego. Indeed, the greatest obstacle you'll face isn't external competition or lack of resources, it is the ego-driven desire for individual credit and personal glory. Let's pause and reflect. Have you ever witnessed teams crumble, great partnerships dissolve, or promising projects derail due to clashes of ego? This occurs all too frequently. The human ego, if unchecked, blinds us to the power of collective thought, diminishing our ability to collaborate genuinely. But here's the truth: a successful mastermind cannot exist in an environment dominated by individual pride. Ego is an energy disruptor. It fragments unity and undermines the very harmony essential to collective wisdom. For your mastermind alliance to reach its full potential, you must consciously and deliberately tame ego-driven impulses. Remember, a true mastermind is not about competition within your team, it's about collaboration toward a shared goal. It requires humility, respect, and a sincere willingness to subordinate individual acclaim for collective accomplishment. Consider Andrew Carnegie, the great steel magnate whose extraordinary success depended largely on his mastermind alliances. Carnegie was known for his deep humility and genuine respect for others' talents and ideas. He understood profoundly that the path to lasting success lay not in dominating others, but in cooperating harmoniously with them. Carnegie once said, "No man will make a great leader who wants to do it all himself, or get all the credit for doing it." His wisdom is timeless. Those who achieve enduring greatness are those willing to share credit, empowering everyone involved in the process. So how do you overcome ego within your mastermind? First, consciously adopt an attitude of service. Rather than focusing on what you can get from the alliance, think about what you can contribute. Approach every interaction with sincere humility and a genuine desire to help others achieve success. Paradoxically, the more selflessly you give, the more abundantly you receive in return. Second, make recognition and praise part of your group culture. Celebrate the contributions of others openly and frequently. Affirm and appreciate each team member's unique strengths. When each person feels genuinely valued and respected, the ego naturally recedes, replaced by cooperation and genuine camaraderie. Next, develop the ability to listen actively and empathetically. This practice alone has transformative power. The willingness to truly listen, not merely waiting your turn to speak, communicates profound respect and fosters deep harmony. Active listening dismantles defensive barriers erected by ego, paving the way for authentic collaboration. Lastly, remain open to learning. Even the wisest among us have blind spots. When you commit to continuous growth, you signal humility, openness, and curiosity, qualities that naturally neutralize ego-driven resistance. Remember, no matter how knowledgeable you become, there's always more to learn, especially within the fertile ground of collective wisdom. Think deeply about your mastermind alliance. Are there moments when ego has obstructed your path? Has pride ever caused you to resist ideas that could lead to extraordinary breakthroughs? Recognize these moments and consciously choose humility over pride, openness over stubbornness, and harmony over individual dominance. My friends, when ego retreats, synergy flourishes. A mastermind freed from ego becomes an unstoppable force of creativity, innovation, and achievement. Ideas flow seamlessly, relationships deepen authentically, and shared success multiplies exponentially. Begin to detame your ego, encourage humility within your group, and watch as your mastermind transforms into a powerhouse of collective genius. My friends, we've discussed harmony, infinite intelligence, and overcoming the ego within the mastermind alliance. Now, let's address a principle equally crucial: consistency. Without disciplined consistency, even the greatest ambitions fade into unfulfilled dreams. Think for a moment about any meaningful achievement in your life. Chances are, it wasn't accomplished in a single burst of inspiration, nor was it the result of occasional effort. Rather, it came from steady, disciplined consistency, day after day, week after week, month after month. This truth applies even more powerfully within your mastermind alliance. Consistency strengthens harmony, deepens trust, and creates momentum, key ingredients for collective success. Sporadic meetings, inconsistent communication, or irregular contributions from members weaken the alliance, diluting its potential. Take Thomas Edison again as an example. He famously stated, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." Edison understood profoundly the power of consistency. He and his team maintained disciplined, regular collaboration, continually testing ideas and persistently pushing forward despite setbacks. Their consistent, daily efforts eventually yielded inventions that transformed the world. You see, consistency is the quiet force behind all great achievements. It turns talent into genius, potential into reality, and dreams into accomplishments. Within a mastermind, consistency ensures that collective energies align continuously toward your shared purpose. But consistency requires discipline, something many individuals find challenging. The excitement of starting something new often fades when faced with daily commitment. Yet, it is precisely at this point where enthusiasm wanes and routine sets in that true success is forged. So, how do you cultivate disciplined consistency within your mastermind? First, establish regular, non-negotiable meetings. Whether weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, these sessions should be sacred commitments. Consistency in scheduling reinforces accountability among all members, ensuring that the collective focus remains sharp and undistracted. Second, set clear expectations for each meeting. Define objectives and follow structured agendas. Without clear purpose and direction, meetings become aimless and unproductive, weakening enthusiasm over time. Structured meetings keep members engaged, inspired, and consistently productive. Third, maintain open and frequent communication between meetings. Foster ongoing dialogue through brief check-ins, progress updates, and shared successes. This steady communication maintains momentum, strengthens bonds, and ensures every member remains actively involved and accountable. Fourth, create accountability within your mastermind group. Hold each other responsible for commitments made during meetings. Celebrate successes, but also address lapses constructively. Accountability reinforces discipline and ensures consistent progress toward your collective goals. Consistency also requires personal commitment. Each member must internalize the importance of discipline, realizing that collective success depends on individual responsibility. Encourage each member to practice disciplined consistency personally, knowing that each individual's dedication strengthens the entire alliance. Think deeply, are there aspects of your current mastermind that lack consistency? Are there missed meetings, unclear expectations, or sporadic commitments? Identify these gaps and address them immediately. Remember, disciplined consistency can transform a good alliance into an extraordinary one. Finally, recognize and celebrate consistency as a virtue in itself. Acknowledge the quiet power of discipline within your group. Encourage and reward sustained effort, perseverance, and regular contributions, not merely occasional flashes of brilliance. My friends, disciplined consistency unlocks doors that talent alone never can. With consistent effort, your mastermind becomes an unstoppable force, steadily and powerfully moving toward your shared vision. Begin today, embrace discipline, commit to consistency, and witness firsthand how regular, sustained effort creates remarkable results, multiplying your collective power and propelling you toward unprecedented success. Friends, let's now discuss a crucial yet often misunderstood aspect of the mastermind principle: facing and overcoming adversity together. Many alliances are formed in times of excitement and optimism, but the true test of their strength comes in moments of challenge, setbacks, and uncertainty. Every great mastermind will encounter obstacles, that's a certainty. Challenges aren't setbacks. Rather, they're opportunities to demonstrate the alliance's true strength. You see, adversity reveals character, tests harmony, and ultimately solidifies the bond of collective purpose. When faced courageously and cooperatively, adversity becomes your greatest ally, not your enemy. Consider the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur. They faced continuous ridicule, setbacks, and countless failed experiments. Their first attempts at powered flight often ended in disappointment, broken machines, and physical danger. Yet, each failure brought them closer together, deepening their bond and strengthening their resolve. Instead of breaking their alliance, adversity sharpened it, transforming obstacles into stepping stones toward their ultimate triumph: human flight. Understand clearly, it's not adversity itself that creates greatness. It's how you respond collectively to adversity that determines your success. A mastermind group united in purpose and resilient in spirit turns every obstacle into fuel for growth and innovation. But how do you practically handle adversity within your mastermind? First, embrace setbacks openly and courageously. When faced with challenges, gather immediately. Share honestly about the problem. Avoid blame, defensiveness, or negativity. Such responses weaken harmony and cloud judgment. Instead, seek clarity together. Frame adversity as a shared challenge, not an individual failure. Second, foster an attitude of curiosity rather than frustration. Ask yourselves collectively, what can we learn from this situation? What new opportunities does this obstacle reveal? When approached constructively, adversity becomes a powerful teacher, providing wisdom you could never gain through easy successes alone. Third, use adversity to deepen trust. The pressure of challenges can either fracture your group or strengthen it. Choose consciously to lean on each other, to support each other fully. Allow vulnerabilities to surface and be met with compassion and understanding. Trust built through shared trials is deeper, more genuine, and more resilient than trust built in ease. Fourth, leverage adversity as a catalyst for creativity and innovation. Historically, the greatest breakthroughs have occurred not during comfort, but in times of struggle and necessity. Constraints force your alliance to innovate, discover new strategies, and tap into deeper reservoirs of creativity and insight. Remember, Thomas Edison faced thousands of failures before perfecting the electric light bulb. His mastermind didn't collapse under the weight of adversity, it thrived on it. Each setback sparked renewed creativity and refined experimentation, ultimately resulting in inventions that reshaped the world. Finally, celebrate overcoming adversity together. Acknowledge and commemorate collective victories, no matter how small. Doing so reinforces the value of facing challenges as a united front and deepens your commitment to shared success. Celebrate resilience as much as results, acknowledging that perseverance is itself a form of victory. Think deeply, how do you and your alliance currently handle adversity? Does difficulty unite or divide you? Make it your conscious goal to turn every challenge into an opportunity for deeper collaboration, greater creativity, and strengthened resolve. Friends, adversity is inevitable, but how you respond to it defines your ultimate success. Approach challenges courageously, cooperatively, and constructively within your mastermind alliance. Transform every setback into a stepping stone toward collective triumph. Embrace adversity fully, and you'll discover that every challenger, rather than blocking your way, actually accelerates your journey toward success. Part 8. Cultivating Collective Enthusiasm. Friends, we've explored harmony, overcoming adversity, consistency, and even tapping into infinite intelligence. Now, let's address a secret ingredient that energizes and magnifies the effectiveness of your mastermind alliance: collective enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is the spark that ignites action, fuels persistence, and transforms ordinary groups into extraordinary forces. Enthusiasm is contagious. It radiates energy, attracts opportunities, and inspires greatness. Within a mastermind, collective enthusiasm isn't merely desirable, it is essential. Think back to a time when you were genuinely enthusiastic about a project or idea. Remember the excitement, the clarity, the relentless motivation that carried you forward despite obstacles. Now imagine amplifying that energy through the power of collective enthusiasm. When every member of your mastermind radiates genuine enthusiasm, your potential multiplies exponentially. Henry Ford's early success provides a vivid example. Ford's passionate enthusiasm for affordable, reliable automobiles didn't merely motivate him, it energized everyone around him. His enthusiasm became contagious, spreading throughout his team and ultimately transforming an entire industry. Ford's excitement wasn't mere personal passion, it became collective, and that collective enthusiasm changed the world. But enthusiasm within a mastermind doesn't appear by accident. It must be consciously cultivated. Let me share practical steps you can take immediately. First, clearly communicate and regularly reinforce your shared vision. Enthusiasm thrives when your group's purpose is consistently vivid and compelling. Remind each other frequently why your collective goal matters, how it impacts your lives, and the powerful benefits awaiting you at journey's end. Second, celebrate progress at every step, no matter how small. Enthusiasm grows through recognition and affirmation. When individuals feel genuinely appreciated and valued, their natural enthusiasm multiplies, inspiring others to contribute their best efforts consistently. Third, actively create an environment where enthusiasm is encouraged. Enthusiasm fades quickly in negative or cynical atmospheres. Consciously foster optimism, positivity, and constructive dialogue. Replace complaints with curiosity, criticism with encouragement, and doubt with faith in your collective potential. Fourth, model enthusiasm personally. Enthusiasm cannot be forced or faked effectively, it must come from genuine passion. When you demonstrate sincere excitement and energy consistently, you set a powerful example, inspiring others to follow your lead. Now ask yourself, have you allowed enthusiasm within your mastermind to fade through neglect or negativity? Is the energy within your group vibrant, or has it grown stale and uninspired? Identify any sources of enthusiasm, drain negativity, cynicism, doubt, and address them decisively. Create space for positivity, excitement, and collective inspiration. Additionally, remember that enthusiasm grows stronger when it's outwardly shared. Don't keep the excitement contained within your mastermind meetings, express it openly to others. When you share your collective vision enthusiastically, you attract more opportunities, support, and resources. Moreover, recognize enthusiasm as more than just a feeling, it's a powerful magnet. Enthusiasm attracts precisely the people, circumstances, and opportunities your mastermind requires. It acts like a beacon, drawing toward you everything necessary to achieve your shared goals. Finally, nurture enthusiasm with intentional actions. Plan experiences that reignite passion and excitement. Host brainstorming sessions designed to spark creative inspiration. Incorporate occasional activities that are purely enjoyable and energizing. Such experiences keep enthusiasm fresh, vibrant, and authentically alive within your group. Friends, collective enthusiasm transforms your mastermind from a mere group into an irresistible force of achievement and success. Enthusiasm fuels action, creativity, persistence, and ultimately, extraordinary results. Cultivate it consciously, maintain it consistently, and watch as your mastermind alliance achieves heights previously unimaginable. Enthusiasm isn't merely a tool, it's your secret weapon in the relentless pursuit of collective greatness. My friends, now we approach a crucial stage on your journey toward collective success, the art of decisive action. No matter how clearly you've defined your purpose, no matter how harmoniously you've cultivated your alliance, without bold, decisive action, your mastermind will remain merely an unfulfilled dream. Many great alliances falter not from lack of vision, but from hesitation. Overanalysis and fear of making the wrong decision paralyze countless groups. They deliberate endlessly, forever stuck in the cycle of what if. Understand this clearly. Indecision is the enemy of achievement. The true mastermind not only thinks collectively, it acts decisively. History celebrates boldness. Take Napoleon Bonaparte, whose remarkable victories were built not merely upon strategic brilliance, but upon rapid, decisive action. Take time to deliberate, he famously advised, but when the time for action arrives, stop thinking and go in. Your mastermind must adopt this same mentality. Deliberate thoughtfully, but when it's time to act, do so boldly and without hesitation. Decisive action within a mastermind requires clear agreements. Once a course is chosen, each member must commit fully and immediately. Collective action, once agreed upon, should become unwavering and immediate. This is the key to harnessing momentum, the powerful force that transforms good ideas into extraordinary realities. But how do you cultivate decisive action practically within your alliance? First, establish clear processes for making decisions. Ambiguity leads to indecision, so create well-defined criteria, timelines, and procedures. Each member should know exactly how and when decisions are made, reducing uncertainty and promoting confident, decisive action. Second, embrace a culture of calculated risk-taking. Understand that mistakes are inevitable, but fear of mistakes should never deter you. View errors not as failures, but as valuable feedback. Boldness requires courage, the willingness to risk failure for the chance at success. Encourage calculated, courageous risk-taking within your group, celebrating those willing to act decisively even when outcomes are uncertain. Third, hold each other accountable for action. Once decisions are made, assign clear roles, responsibilities, and timelines. Accountability ensures everyone moves forward decisively, reinforcing collective commitment and discouraging procrastination. Regularly review progress, ensuring the momentum remains steady and unstoppable. Fourth, resist the temptation to endlessly second-guess decisions already made. While reflection is important, excessive reconsideration undermines momentum. Once your mastermind agrees on a path, trust yourselves and move forward decisively. Save reevaluation for clearly defined checkpoints, rather than allowing constant reconsideration to derail progress. Additionally, foster a mindset of immediate action. Delay is the enemy of progress. Train your group to prioritize swift, decisive steps toward your goal 7 small ones daily. This daily momentum compounds rapidly, transforming your collective ambitions into realities faster than you ever imagined. Ask yourself honestly, how decisive is your current mastermind alliance? Are your discussions marked by action or endless debate? Identify areas where indecision has slowed you down and commit immediately to more decisive action going forward. Remember clearly, collective wisdom without decisive action remains mere potential, wasted opportunity. True success emerges only when bold collective thought is coupled with bold collective action. Hesitation may avoid immediate risks, but decisive action opens doors to ultimate triumph. My friends, the world belongs not merely to thinkers, but to decisive doers. Train your mastermind alliance to embrace action fearlessly and decisively. In doing so, you'll unlock your collective potential fully, transforming dreams into extraordinary achievements. Act boldly, courageously, and decisively together. The power to create extraordinary results is already within your grasp. Friends, we've journeyed together through the remarkable principles that empower a mastermind alliance, from harmony and infinite intelligence to enthusiasm and decisive action. Now, as we conclude, I invite you to reflect deeply on the legacy you will leave through your collective efforts. Your mastermind isn't merely about achieving immediate goals or temporary victories. It's about creating a legacy, a lasting impact that reaches far beyond your lifetime. Understand this clearly. The true measure of your alliance's success lies not only in what you accomplish today, but in how you influence tomorrow. Think back again to Andrew Carnegie, whose legacy transcended personal wealth and success. Carnegie's true greatness emerged from the lasting impact of his mastermind alliance, whose principles of cooperation, innovation, and service continue inspiring generations today. Carnegie's wealth funded libraries, universities, and countless institutions, yet his most enduring legacy is the demonstration of what collective wisdom can achieve. Consider your own mastermind alliance. What legacy are you building? How will the world be different because you came together, harmonized your minds, and pursued your collective vision with passion and courage? To create a lasting legacy, first commit to principles greater than temporary gain. Align your mastermind around timeless values such as integrity, service, generosity, and genuine contribution. A group committed to noble principles not only achieves immediate success, it shapes futures, inspires others, and becomes a model worth emulating. Second, invest in empowering others. Your alliance's true impact multiplies when you deliberately mentor and uplift those around you. Use your collective wisdom to nurture future leaders, innovators, and visionaries. Share freely what you've learned, opening doors of opportunity for generations to follow. When you empower others, your alliance's influence expands exponentially. Third, document and share your collective journey. Let your mastermind become a beacon, illustrating clearly to others the extraordinary power of cooperation and harmony. Share openly about both your successes and challenges, offering practical wisdom to those inspired by your example. Your experiences become invaluable guides for future alliances, multiplying your impact. Fourth, consciously create structures that outlast individual members. Your mastermind's collective purpose should continue thriving even as individual members inevitably change. Develop systems, processes, and traditions that allow your alliance's mission to persist and flourish indefinitely. Legacy emerges not by accident, but by deliberate planning and thoughtful preparation. Additionally, never underestimate the ripple effect of your actions. Your collective energy creates waves of influence far beyond what you immediately perceive. Every act of genuine cooperation, every demonstration of integrity, every shared triumph sends powerful ripples outward, inspiring countless others along their own journeys. Finally, continually reconnect to the deeper meaning behind your collective vision. Regularly remind yourselves of the larger purpose that unites your alliance. When challenges arise, and they inevitably will, remember clearly the legacy you're creating. This higher purpose will sustain you through trials, energizing your persistence and courage. Now, my friends, imagine clearly the legacy your mastermind can leave. Picture vividly how your collective vision might shape the world, influence generations, and inspire future mastermind alliances. Understand deeply that your alliance isn't merely a partnership, it's a powerful force capable of transforming lives, communities, and even history itself. This is the true essence of the mastermind principle, recognizing that together, your impact reaches infinitely farther and endures infinitely longer than you ever could individually. So, commit fully today. Build a legacy worthy of your collective potential. Together, leave behind a world better than the one you inherited. Create something extraordinary, enduring, and deeply meaningful. Friends, your journey has only just begun. Embrace this power of the mastermind and let your collective legacy inspire generations to come.